Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Mon Valley Fisherman Podcast. And I know I have not uploaded a video in quite a long time. And with the podcast and the Mon Valley Fisherman Facebook, the Mon Valley Fisherman Instagram, the Mon Valley Fisherman YouTube. Weather's been kind of crappy lately, and we haven't been really getting into any of the fish. But anyways, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for subscribing and whatnot. A lot of you guys don't know that I started this podcast, and hopefully a good amount of you from there, from my original channel, come over and say what's up. But anyways, so how you guys been? Just been doing a lot of fishing. Been trying to go for some natives, some wilds, trout. Every week, the past few Saturdays, we've been trying to at least get out for trout, and we were fishing at some really amazing places yesterday. I'm not going to name any specific places as of right now, but in the future, you guys will probably hear stories about what happened and whatnot when we were there. And we were going after some. Let's just go over yesterday, since you guys haven't been kind of in the loop with everything. So, we've literally been trying to get on a good trout bite, and Marty and I, the owner of All Star Custom Tees, and we've been literally been throwing everything in the book, every fly we know, every fly we've been researching, nymphs, egg patterns, all kinds of stuff. So yesterday we went to this one really famous creek yesterday. Like a lot of famous people have fished this creek apparently, and when we got there, it was beautiful. It wasn't a big stream, but it wasn't a large enough like the Yacht, like a river type style, or even a stream bigger than just like your normal size stream. And what had in it was some stocked fish, a lot of wild browns, a lot of them. Some stocked rainbows. I believe there were some brookies because we talked to some guys. They said that one guy caught a brookie on his way down. So there's fish everywhere where we were fishing, and the crazy thing is, when we started first really dabbling in these holes, we weren't too sure because the water's up a little bit, you guys. During the winter, the water is up sometimes after a nice rain like we've been having the past, on and off. And the water's up, and so it's the current is swift. It's a swift current, and you're trying to get these flies to go down these rocks and fit perfectly in between some rocks and have that perfect drift just to be able to get a fish's attention. So we were fishing there yesterday, and Marty pulls up to this one nice spot. I was thinking that there'd be fish in there, wasn't, which is okay. So we walked up. We walked up further, and man, we got into some really, really beautiful holes. And it wasn't like, when I say holes for trout fishing, in my mind, it's mainly like a nice run, and then it has a pocket or a nice like eddy in it, or like your typical trout fishing waters, like what you're looking for, and current breaks and so forth and so on and so forth. So excuse me if I sound like I'm sick. I don't know. I got my nose and everything's all, my head's pounding, my nose is clogged up, but we're gonna do this anyway. But yeah, we were fishing. We were fishing egg style pattern, and then drifting nymphs, or nymphs right underneath of it. And I was using a scud. I was dropping a scud underneath this egg pattern that I had. I want to say for like 8 inches below, not like a 6, or not like 6 inches, or not right below my main fly, but underneath the dropper. I was using the scud about 10 inches below. And we get into this one hole, and Marty goes, "Man, I just got crushed." And then I threw in there, caught my first ever PA wild brown, and that was really cool. That was like one of the first cool catches of my like of fly fishing for me. Um, Anytime that I could catch a wild or native fish, it's a awesome feeling because when you pick out the flies that you think you're gonna get bit on, when you pick it out the night before and you say this is what you're gonna throw and this is what you're gonna stick with, and it works, that made me happy. So um, we're getting back into it. We're getting back into this hole. Marty got crushed. I caught one. And all of a sudden I hear Marty's rod just go slinging. He hook set because he had a nice hook set. When Marty hook sets, he doesn't do like a piddly hook set. It's a major league hook set, and when he uses that fly rod, I don't know how this man doesn't break his line, but when he uses that fly rod, you know he got a bite or he's going for that hook set. And man, did he pull out a beautiful holdover rainbow trout. I mean, absolutely beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful fish I've seen in a very long time. It was a little skinny, but man, that was just beautiful. That was just gorgeous. Here's the video. If you're paying attention, here's the video of Marty catching that beautiful rainbow from yesterday. Rainbow. Oh! There you go. Yes! I told you we were due, bro. That's a native, huh?
Yeah, that's a wild.
That's
a hold
wild. Oh, hold over.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, we're getting some awesome pictures of this fish. That is beautiful. What he ate it, huh?
That one I tied up last night.
Uh-huh. Oh, it just popped right out too, baby. Oh, Marty, I'm so happy for you right now. Oh my god. Yes, bro. Beautiful fish.
He's probably
17?
16, 17.
All right, give me a sec. Oh. Big, beautiful fish, Marty. You're just chilling here for a second. We're watching them.
He didn't fight much.
Well, you probably. So that was, man, I thought, you know, when you're watching that video and you're seeing that fish flopping around and the net that he was using, because to be honest, Marty even said this to me also. He didn't think that we were going to need that big of a net. I don't think he thought we were going to need his rubberized net because we were going after, you know, some not on the smaller side browns, but when you're going after wild fish and whatnot, you're not going to go for 4 to 5 pound fish. You know, that's just not realistic every time you go out. You're trying to catch those small 10 to 12 inchers, 8 to 10 inchers, and just to see the beautiful coloration of those fish. You know, when I first met Marty and him and I started fishing, I never trout fished. I never even thought of even going to trout fish. I might have done it, you know, I went out with my uncle a couple of times up near Bedford and caught my limit up there, brookies, and, you know, but I never really had the gumption to want to go after trout per se. Trout are, this was my thought of trout when I first started fishing. You know, they're stocked fish, they'll hit anything. It just wasn't like a competition to me, or I shouldn't say a competition, but I just didn't think in my mind that it was hard to catch trout. Well, I'll tell you what, I went to Elk Springs Resort, okay, with Marty, and there's been plenty of times that him and I, especially at Elk Springs Resort, only the first 10 minutes that we got there, the first time I went there, was one of the most amazing moments. But after that, I got my butt pushed in. Like, I caught 3 fish that whole trip. Two of them were probably 15 inches together, and the other one was, 21 inch maybe rainbow. I'm not sure how big it was. I want to say 18 to 21 inches. It was my biggest rainbow I've ever caught in my life. If you guys haven't seen that video, Elk Springs Resort, put in the Mon Valley Fisherman Elk Springs Resort, and you guys will find it on YouTube. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to my main channel, go ahead and subscribe to the main channel. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel, because I have a lot of ideas as to what I want to do with this podcast during the winter and spring and summer and whatnot. I want to bring some local guys, the guys that you guys know from all these Facebook pages and whatnot, and we're going to get these guys together. And I think we're going to have like a major podcast. We're going to have like a 3 or 4 man podcast one day. I'm going to bring on Ryan Downer one day. I'm going to bring on Marty Pellegrini one day. We're going to bring on, just anglers, even some other stuff, like not including angling, but I want to talk to you guys about, maybe get your eyes pointed onto that direction. So, but yeah, so we went after some browns yesterday. Man, I'll tell you what. I told you guys the stream was gorgeous, and it was. It was one of the most beautiful streams that I've ever fished for trout ever. It had now after Marty caught that big rainbow I was telling you guys about. After he caught that big rainbow, we walk up to these next few holes, and the next hole that we stumbled onto was, it was a big hole. It was deep. It had a nice run running into it, probably 10 feet wide. This stream was, but on the outside edge of it, when you're standing there looking straight ahead, on the outside edge, it's just a slow bend, and then to your left, you got this run coming in, and this hole was holding fish. I had so many fish on in this hole, so many, and I hooked into this really, I want to say it was a big brown trout, due to the fact, because if you're catching some of these holdovers, in these creeks, and they're somewhat bigger fish, they're going to be skinnier. And most of the time, like Marty's fish, when they're skinnier like that, they don't have a lot of energy to fight. Yeah, they'll do a good run for a second, and then they'll work their way back towards you after you fight with them a little bit. And this I had, I threw my line out there, pulled my tip up just so I could feel if there's a little strike. I felt boom. It felt like it was a really good sized fish. Like he munched on it. Like he wanted that. Yeah, hook set. Like, and another thing, I have to figure out I hook set with fly rods. Don't get me wrong. I do hook set. But I don't think I'm getting, especially in the bigger fish, I don't think I'm getting that hook to penetrate into the mouth enough for it to be able to hold on to. You know what I mean? To be able to bury that hook, especially when him and I are using barbless hooks. It's tough, especially when you don't have the right angle. I couldn't see this fish. This is how deep it was. Like, I'm letting it drift. I'm letting it drift. And as soon as it went over that spot where that fast and slow water meet, as soon as it hit there, he crushed it. Took me downstream. My drag, for some reason, wasn't working. I have a feeling it was because I dipped my reel in the water for a second, and I don't know, but I was just getting ready to pull out some line. He got off. I was heartbroken over that fish, but I kept going back at it, kept fishing, just kept going, hooked into another one, beautiful brown, another maybe 12-inch brown. It was gorgeous, and I love the way brown trout look. The way brown trout look compared to, don't get me wrong, brooks, they're beautiful too. They're a beautiful fish also, but brown trout are, I have to say, are what Marty and I look forward to, especially when we go trout fishing. That's our prize fish, and we always talk about brown trout. But yeah, so after that hole, we worked up. We found some really nice spots, some really nice areas. We only ran into like 3 or 4 more fish, guys. It was tough from there on out. We drove 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 14 minutes to get to these few spots that we fished. That we heard from a good buddy of ours, and the guy that put us on them, he's such a good dude, man. Carl, you guys know who that is. If you guys don't, check out the Elk Springs Resort videos. That dude, I will say, I don't know a better fly fisherman. I don't. I don't know a better fly fisherman to me than Carl Calabro. The dude's using 2 weights, catching steelhead up Erie. Like, come on. Come on. Who's crazy enough to do that? But yeah, guys, I just wanted to bring you a small little video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys make sure you subscribe. We're going to do like some longer podcasts. We're going to get into an hour to 2 hour podcasts here eventually, and we'll get everything all sorted. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out PCFun.com. Make sure to check out ScrewLouieLures.com. Make sure to check out All Star Custom Tees, Italian Village, Monongahela, Big Fish Contracting in Monongahela. All of these companies have helped me within the past few years, and you guys should really know who they are. So go check them out. I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.